Both of my cousins run multi-million dollar businesses. Multi-million dollar businesses. They're doing great. They're doing amazing. I don't make videos about them trashing them, saying you piece of garbage, you low. Now I just say, well, you're like, well, it's your family, but still, I would never. I have friends that are running multi-million dollar businesses. I don't trash them. Okay. And I even have some enemies, people I don't like that I've known from the neighborhood that are running multi-million dollar businesses that are, we to get along. I don't make videos about them. Listen to me. Why? Because what they're doing has nothing to do with me. They're running their own business. They have their own lives. They have their own families. And it has nothing to do with me. But you have to understand there's a big difference between Lou and Teddy Zane, between people like this. Okay. Lou and Teddy Zane have a lot to do with me. I have my money, a large amount of my money is invested in AMC, which I'm down. A very significant amount of which I plan to recover. Okay, because I'm going to hold for gold. I don't care how long it takes. But the thing is, I have people telling apes to sell. They're not financial planners, right? They're like, I'm out of this thing. I'm out of ape. I didn't sign up for this. Out of Mary killed the play. Delusion, this, that. Teddy's age, you lost all your money from AMC. It's time to recover with me. Pay me $10 a month. So you have to say these people have something to do with me directly. Whereas, because people have this assumption I'm jealous of Lou or I'm jealous of Teddy Zane. Why would I be jealous of these people for? Like, they don't have. I actually think Teddy is struggling financially. I hate this. Listen, having a beautiful house and nice cars doesn't mean anything. I don't want to keep saying the same story. Me and my wife went to a friend's house one time in Staten Island. Guy had like a $5 million house in Toad Hill. In Staten Island. I'll never forget this. A guy had like a Lamborghini outside. We walked in. The guy had I think a chef there. He made a private dinner for us. I was blown away. I remember leaving the house and I told my wife, I said, I'm not doing good. She's like, relax. I'm like, no. I said, no, I'm doing bad. I said, I gotta get my act together here. This guy's kicking butt and taking names. And I think it was like a few months, 6 months later, his house was foreclosed. All his cars were gone. It's an act. People sometimes put on an act. You don't know people's business. Teddy Zane could have 2-3 mortgages on his house. Teddy Zane could be leasing cars. Teddy Zane, it could have been he used his AMC money, he sold it, bought a car, or his brother bought a car, whatever the case may be. You don't know people's business. Okay? Anybody could put on an act. Look, I hate to bring this up, okay, but I have to. Let's just put aside that I support Donald Trump for a second. Throughout his life, the guy knew how to use hyperbole. Or whatever you call that thing, where it's exaggerations of the truth. So what happened was when he was first starting off as a developer, he had no money, he had nothing. He wasn't established, he had no name, his father's name, not his name. And what happened was he was telling Forbes magazine, this is all documented, this is all the truth, that he was worth whatever it was, hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. And they were like, but how could you be worth hundreds of millions of dollars? You're a 27-year-old kid. You just got out of Wharton, in Pennsylvania, the very prestigious, Ivy League business school. And he said, look, he goes, I run the Trump organization. And they're like, wait. Doesn't your father, Fred Trump, run the Trump? No. I'm the president. It's my assets. He switched over all the assets to me. Now, this wasn't true. This was not true. But the thing is, reporters called Fred Trump. He never denied it. He said, Donald, my son, is the president of the Trump organization. So he never denied. He didn't say it was true. He didn't say it was untrue. So they started to believe Donald Trump. They're like, look, this guy's maybe telling the truth. He's the president. Maybe the father's not denying it. So all of Fred Trump's assets in the very beginning of Donald Trump's career, they listed Donald Trump owning all of those assets. You see? So let's just call it $400 million. So when he was like 27 years old, they had him in Forbes being worth 400, 500 million, which he was worth 400 or $500. You didn't have any money. Okay, maybe that's okay. He had some money. I mean, the father probably set him up with a trust account. He obviously had family money, family inheritance. But I'm just saying he was just starting off himself. He didn't really, maybe he had a couple of $100,000 the father gave him to get started. I think he invested in some small property, was tied up. But I mean, the thing is, he didn't have four 500 million. Okay, it's exaggeration, but people believed it because of what? Because of appearance, because of what he shows. Then you can start saying you're worth anything, and he did. 3 billion, 4 billion. People believe it. They see the jet with the Trump name on it. They see the big buildings. People believe it. Okay, so what I'm trying, even in the '90s when he was in debt $9 billion, people really didn't know that. People thought he was fine. You know, they see casinos, they see hotels all around the world. They see the Trump plane, they see everything, gold, neon lights, big gigantic skyscrapers. They're not going to believe that at one point he was in debt $9 billion in the early '90s. He didn't ever go into personal bankruptcy, Donald Trump did. But his businesses did. His casinos, he had a lot of trouble. He had to do a lot of reorganization. But he was very smart. He used the power of his brand and he got out of trouble. And now he's doing great. But the point is that he faked the funk before he made it. And that's okay too. That's okay too. But the thing is, it's a difference between just faking the funk, but you're not really hurting anybody. You're just trying to make it. But when you're asking people for donations and you're trying to appear to be something you're not, that's a different story. But anyway, I just wanted to just give you that overview on the differences of how I feel. Because people are like, you're jealous of Teddy Zane, you're jealous of him. I'm not jealous of nobody.